Hello, hello. Welcome to the
Hello.
Friday Fun Day
What's up?
stream.
Oh, we're streaming.
Andrew and Lolta in the house.
You know,
I'm actually outside today.
Whoa.
I'm streaming from nature.
Nature
Are you?
streaming. Whoa.
Yeah.
Are you walking Finn right
oh,
now?
I thought you were joking. You're like, no, actually outside.
No, I'm actually inside.
Oh,
It's the
Jute.
double
Mentally,
switcheroo.
he's outside though.
I was just like, that's a really awkward thing. It's kind of cold, and yeah,
It's wonderful. Well, it's cold for you. For us,
Yeah.
it's like
yeah.
70.
I love this
Yeah.
this weather now.
Oh,
This
it's so
time of
good.
year.
Hello, happy Friday.
So, with that, we'll be playing some public games on the live game at the moment, and then later in the stream, we will be doing a in-game sneak peek of the new map that we just revealed, the Bazaar.
The
Told you guys
Bazaar.
we would be showing stuff. Told you.
Yep.
Prig.
And that will be the first of 4 maps coming in episode 2.
Yep.
Officially
And
format.
yes. And that's the cadence that we more or less should be keeping with each of the episodes. So we'll be revisiting some favorites. I don't know if anyone actually guessed what the Bazaar is, and we'll see who guesses it within when we show it off. But it is one of the remakes. Remax is for realtors. So when's the episode 2 PTR? Not for quite a while. So we're going through and getting some stuff set up. So we're doing a lot of preview stuff. We're going to be like slowly showing stuff, but showing it a lot sooner than we were previously. So it won't be like back to back weeks of showing things off. There'll be some gaps in between. But we want to start getting you guys a little bit more involved in seeing what's coming. To have all this stuff kind of established. So as we go into episode 2 PTR stuff, you'll have your appetites whetted quite a bit to hop in. So because there's features, there's heroes, there's maps, there's enemies, there's bosses, all kinds of stuff.
All kinds of fun stuff.
It'll be a bit of a slower drip, but it's stuff that we're actively working on and developing. So we're kind of giving previews as we feel things are in a good enough polished state to at least be previewed.
Well, I think it's only fitting that we start off with Tornado Valley.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm
See.
kind of like, I'm excited
This-
about
this
everything.
is,
Don't get me wrong.
Nightmare
But-
campaign, by the way.
Oh,
Just,
cool.
just for your progression. Get you some
Thank you.
check marks going.
I do enjoy those.
Throw down some CC.
Also, I am very excited for Hamel, and I've been told that
Hamel.
Hamel is the camel's name. So
Well, he's also that's technically just what it's called within the Dungeon Defenders universe. I think is what the artist decided. So
Okay.
He's Hamel the Hamel.
oh well, I'll have to change my messaging then.
No,
wasn't-
we're keeping it. He's named what he is. He's like a Pokemon. It's okay.
Does he just say his own name whenever he spits at you
Yes.
or whatever?
Yeah, it's camel sounding at the same time. I don't know if I could do a proper camel sound while trying to say the word Hamel, so I just won't.
Completely fair. No, I'm very excited. He looks so awesome. I'm a Hamel stan already.
Secretly, Hamel is the new hero. All his towers are spit based.
I'm on board for that, like 100%.
It's just summons.
I would
other
be a Hamel main, and
Hamel,
I would forsake Wisp towers and have Spit towers.
people. You'll see. You guys will see Hamel today.
So what's the first hashtag?
Hamel
Hamel
Oh yeah.
the camel.
or Bazaar, one of the two. New spit element.
Oh, no.
Perfect.
Where's a nightbot?
Oh, sorry. But if I mispronounce it, then it's fine. So Pokemon, it's like he's just like other Pokemans that say their name.
Oh, yeah, we don't
Off-brand.
want
No TM.
yeah.
All right. Hashtag Hamel is the first Run down some harpoon.
Yeah, I always like me a good harpoon.
I didn't know my copyright strike us. I don't think they can copyright strike you for just saying their name.
It's one M or two M's. Okay, two
Two
M's.
M's.
I saw somebody and they're missing M. Make sure
Copy
you
and
change
paste
it.
is always the safe.
Yep. For
Unless you're on
most
mobile,
everything.
you're not able to do that, but you always
I
spam it too.
How do you know his first name isn't Mark?
Yeah, you're on last name basis thing. Secretly, the Hamel is the in-game boss. He's gonna show up like a Sith Lord, but uses the spit force.
Should have just done.
I would be very unhappy about that.
but
I will not.
but
I
we
will
can get
not
Mark
attack him.
Hamill to voice.
Okay, sign me back up.
There we go.
And we are all about like trying to work with Disney on some of their properties, aren't we?
Oh,
Trying to get
Mostly
the
just I just
Captain
want to
America
work with
shield.
Mark Hamill mostly,
just
Fair.
Mark Hamill.
and just have him read lines in the Joker's voice. That's kind of my end goal. You're both the hero and the boss. It's an internal struggle. We as we continue to go on with each episode, they're just going to get more and more existential.
More.
Lore gets deeper.
Love
What
the
have I
BB2
been
hero.
defending? Am I the boss?
The mercenary is a great hero.
Mercenary is a great hero.
That's the new DDA hero. It's the mercenary reimagined.
Perfect.
Mercenary match.
I mean, it's in the same universe. Like, there's definitely some stuff that I've been like looking into planning and doing to try to have some crossover between both games, just as some fun behind the scenes development looks.
Like
Nothing.
I don't know
specific.
I don't know all of the memes yet, but I just feel like you're going to get memed really hard whenever people start putting, oh, we can have that in DD2 or DDA.
Maybe, but also
But
maybe
we
not.
just gotta keep memeing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Never stop.
Until it's in a post, it's who knows.
Yep.
Whose development is it anyways?
The necromancer.
The Enchantress is a new hero. The Necromancer is just gonna throw classes and names out there till it's like we're not commenting on that one. It's like, all right, what about the cowboy? All right, what about Alien Junior? Like,
The corgi hero is definitely confirmed though.
yeah,
100%.
Cornelius, I believe is his name.
I put too many hashtags there.
They're just making sure they got them all in there. The Necromancer, so it's a cat.
Oh no.
Frank would love that.
Make it the Konekomancer, make it a kitten, and then it could be cuter. There you go.
I feel like I'm out of my depth on this one.
Neko in Japanese is cat, so Koneko is kitten.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that the Koneko was that.
Goblin hero.
Goblin Hero would be pretty good. He doesn't have any towers or any abilities. He just has primary attack and walks slow.
He's just a slow boy.
I don't know. I'm like, I probably get more excited. Who's
Someone's
calling
getting
me?
called.
Yeah, I'm getting called. I had to change my ringtone to some random ringtone, and I don't like it because it scares me.
Had to change your ringtone?
Yeah, I had to. It was too silly before. So
Jeff Bezos calling you?
no, I would be more curious as to why he would be than anything. Sorry that we didn't deliver your the ball for your dog in time. I'm personally sorry.
Finn is devastated.
He is. He only
Finn
knew
on
that it was
speaker.
happening.
Finn is calling you, asking about where his ball is.
Excuse me, Mr. Bezos. Bark, bark.
Bark, bark.
I'm Finn.
Where the treats
Give
at?
me my ball.
See here, you can walk the. Oh, the goblin hero that chat's coming up with. uh, is basically going to be a lemming, like walking them off the cliff. Guys, this is actually the way to win.
We
Right
did
over this
it.
cliff.
This is what happens when you crowdsource characters to Twitch chat.
We'll do it. It's perfect. All right. So Twitch chat experiment. All right. So we have the Goblin hero. So we need some ideas for so primary attack would be a melee attack, but what would the Goblin's secondary attack be? So we need chat to basically come up with this now. Like they have to come to a
Right.
consensus.
He trips. Or calls a Gundam mech. Tomato, tomato.
We've got two options so far. He either falls over or he summons a giant robot.
Yes. They're like the same thing. So, same power
Nope,
level.
not spear and shield. We're going. What is the he is how he is. So he has got his club and his primary attack. What is his secondary attack?
Designing the hero.
A booger out of his nose, causing him to stand in place for 15 seconds. Tongue slap. Okay. A little mech like from throwing him. He dies. The right click is just you lose.
You lose.
Perfect.
Nah, that's a cobalt. When are we making the cobalt here?
Well, we got it. We're designing the goblin one right now. All right, so okay, we got. All right, we're gonna have to pick two to pit against one another in in a vote. So far we've got. I think the thematically the strongest ones that have put out there. That's what we kind of need to go with. Is we've got goblin acid spit pulls a booger out, causing him to stand in place for 15 seconds. We're gonna say that's a buff. We've got there was there was another one. Calling a horde of goblins, that seems like an ability, not a secondary. Tongue slap. His primary attack again. Oh my god. Just troll. You're just like, oh, what's the other button do? Nothing. The same thing as the other one. Redundancy. That doesn't sound like a secondary attack going rifted and getting bigger. That's a buff. Like those are abilities. Those aren't secondary attacks. The ones that I think so. I'm trying to pick two. I like tongue slap and acid spit are kind of the same thing. Like because that could just be like an item effect. If it was DD2, it could be like a shard. When you use tongue slap, it shoots out acid spit.
Also having like throw a rock or something like that if we want to be like a realistic like ability
Yeah.
as opposed to going
No, we
Super
can't.
Saiyan.
We can't interfere. We gotta let. This is chat.
It's
This is chat designs the
Oh
goblin
no,
hero.
not interfering with Twitch chat is like mistake number one in most bad things.
This is how we'll go about it. All right, so I'm thinking the two that we need to have vote against one another is we'll call it tongue attack is one, and then what was the other one that was
tongue
good?
attack.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't. Whoa, I remember reading it out. Tongue attack and booger throw. I like both of those.
Or the fart-based rocket jump.
Yeah.
Fair. Obviously.
All right, so Phil, we need to put up a vote between tongue attack and booger throw as the goblin's secondary attack.
All right.
Because we've got like the handful of ideas that are also there is throwing something and pulling out snot. Like it's pretty.
I'm definitely on team tongue attack on that.
You get a vote. It's fine, and then we'll see what wins.
Well, no, I have to influence more people.
No, that's cheating.
Nope. Team tongue attack. Let's go. We get a seahorse hero. Sure. Say convincingly that it's totally gonna happen.
So tongue attack, and what was the second one?
Booger throw. Now, Phil, do you know how to spell booger? Because it is not a commonly used word.
I have Google as my friend. Booger throw.
Oh,
Yeah.
Booger Man! I forgot that's an actual game.
Yeah, he had like a lot of bravado in his voice too. I'm
this is
Boogerman,
for-
like his
Which attack?
for his secondary attack. That's not a hashtag.
All right, there you go.
Speaking of
Okay.
lemmings, Twitch chat.
All right, so the vote, the ability to vote is up.
AFK the game real quick, so I make sure my vote goes through. All right, good. Important stuff.
It's a dead tie.
Oh my gosh, it is. Keep voting.
Who will win?
We have like where you can use your channel points for extra votes.
No, we should have it. We should have it based off of what people think is. So it's not their personal preference. It's what people think will be the one that wins. We could start having bets on that.
Meta bets here at this point.
There we go.
But then they just start betting towards the one that's winning.
Well, not if they can't see it. Oh wait, yeah, that's
They
true.
can.
Dang it.
Dang it.
Shadow votes.
Shadow
Activate.
votes.
You've just recreated the stock market in Twitch chat for DDA.
Wife just says Phil promises to watch anime if tongue attack wins.
Oh, that's a good point. If tongue attack wins, Phil has to watch anime. I forgot about that.
Yep.
That is fake news. You know,
We
I'm
forgot about that.
changing my vote to booger throw.
I'm gonna create another account and vote again for tongue attack.
Booger green wall. No, I get a tongue green wall.
Phil promises to die on stream if tongue wins.
Oh my gosh. I think he'll promise to do that even if it doesn't.
Hey, I can't
Good idea.
I can't say anything. I do that pretty regularly here, so
There's edges on the cliffs there. There's cliffs to walk off here.
It's
It's okay.
11:14 right now.
Oh my gosh.
the real question is can you die on the Bazaar map from falling off?
I don't think there's a way to die in the Bazaar map.
What well, technically you could have because we had some collision issues this morning
But
that we had to get
I
fixed.
patched all of those.
Yeah. So previously you could have.
If you hack the game, you can die on there. Don't hack our game.
I'm curious if Phil got the there was collision to get behind one of the doors. I'm curious if you found that one.
I didn't try getting through the doors too much, so probably still there.
Yeah. I just completely accidentally ran into it.
We did it.
All right, you got like another like couple minutes to get your vote in if you haven't for the new Goblin hero. What is the Goblin hero's secondary attack? Is it tongue attack or booger throw?
All right, let's do the first giveaway. Hashtag Hamel in chat. I'll paste the code in chat so that way you can copy and paste it. If you're looking to enter for one of our giveaways for either DDA or DD2, we got all kinds of prizes to give away. Gotta make sure wife enters because no, it's rigged.
There's definitely some more because this people will speculate off of this, but this will be fun. There's definitely some more female representation coming into DDA.
Whoa. Speculation. Go.
You won't get it right, but there is. If you throw guesses out there.
Hamel female confirmed.
Yeah,
Amel
we
is
got
a female.
we want to have as diverse of a hero group as possible.
All right,
So
let's
we've got
start.
some awesome
Build
plans
arena.
with our heroes set up.
Um,
Oh my gosh. Asgardian's secondary attack is a buff for 20 seconds and then also transform into something else. Oh my gosh, that's an over the top secondary attack that you can use every like
Oh,
Super
3 seconds.
Echo
Saiyan.
trading is currently scheduled to come along with episode 2. Is our current
Yeah.
plan.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
we're so with that development, there's like I think I mentioned this last time with PlayFab that we use. There's a lot of stuff we have to update with multiplayer. So that's like the first primary focus there before we even get into trading is making sure that come March 1st, multiplayer is working just fine and peachy keen. So we've got some additional testing to knock out.
Is Wifta on the payroll? Are we paying Wifta to rig these giveaways?
I don't think so. I think that's out of the kindness of her heart. Can you force ready people in the console version? Think so. It's just is it just holding it? Or no, it's a modifier, isn't it?
You cannot force ready on console.
Yeah,
There's no controller bind for it, unfortunately.
we can look into something like that.
We would have to shuffle some stuff around, yeah.
Well, we could either shuffle some stuff around, or we could use the escape menu to do it as well.
Yeah, potentially something like that.
Probably just given where it's used and whatnot, throwing it onto with key binding or sorry with button bindings and stuff on controllers. They're very expensive real estate for something that happens like that. Like you could look into
All right.
putting it just by default on the escape menu for both versions.
Rolling the giveaway.
Why March 1st? Because they're not going to
Say
support
that.
multiplayer by March 1st.
Phobia.
Um,
I recognize that name.
Oh, he's really active community
Yeah.
member.
But yeah, like Microsoft's not supporting it after March 1st. So
Regrets.
if we don't have it swapped over by then we don't have multiplayer working. But they gave us like a 4-month heads up, so
Yeah.
we're looking into it. Making
What
sure
would
that
you
all that
like
stuff works.
for your reward? Because I very much know that you know what's available. I think the newest thing is pizza wings for DDA. If you've been around in a minute.
You partake.
Oh yeah, I was trying to build some beaming blossoms up here, but then didn't have enough mana.
Now you do.
You guys fixed the tavern invisible floor glitch. I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah.
Or at least maybe it's something else that I'm not thinking of.
Yeah, if you haven't yet, because it could be like a client issue, but if you haven't yet, submitting a bug report to us through Discord is super helpful on that stuff.
Just take a
Our
picture.
QA team is we take pretty much everything out of that chat. It has a community report section on our task tracking software created, and then QA goes through and they validate community reports. So if you have that happening, make sure to submit it through there. I think, Bill, do you know if pasting images with it, I just forget off the top of my head, if that pulls it or no?
If pasting images pulls it, no, they have to type the report thing.
No, I know. I just wasn't sure if they did that as well as pasting an image with it, if that would pull it into the task creation. I don't think it does.
I'm not sure.
Well, one thing that would be good is if you do create a bug report, like a imager link or something of the sort where it's hosted somewhere, including that link within your bug report.
Yeah.
It just gives us more information on what's going on with that, where we can kind of test if there's ways to reproduce it and make it happen reliably. That stuff's always appreciated as well.
Oh, is the game sound too much now?
I mean, I'm also not super close to my mic. This might be better as well.
All right.
I need to get a proper arm for this.
I didn't
thing.
have game sound going, so I turned it on. I think it might have just
Okay.
been- All right, it should be a little bit better.
Yeah, and if you guys post something in like the Discord or on social channels, somebody is seeing it at some point. So your feedback is never going heard. That is for sure.
Yeah, we've got spreadsheets and sentiment analysis and all kinds of stuff. So always throw it out there. Might not get responded to, but it will be tracked and known.
Anything that you post that is relevant, I've probably seen, and if it's a relevant post, and some of them that aren't relevant, I've made notes of.
It's all relevant.
Okay. Oh, I forgot.
It's not all relevant. Some.
What's the next hashtag, real quick?
Hashtag Bazaar. Spelled the way I'm thinking of.
Spelled the map way.
Maybe. Or like the song.
Somebody on Twitter posted how bizarre, and I was like, oh god, that is so old, and I knew exactly what they were talking about.
Yeah, the song. Now here's the question: do you know who sings that song?
OMC.
Dang it! I was hoping to puzzle.
Not on that one.
Now, do you know where they're from?
Oh god. You hadn't asked me. Like, it's not Romania. Where are they from?
They're from New Zealand.
New Zealand. That makes sense.
The name stands for
Not
something
Boomer.
Millionaires Club. I forgot what the O is.
Should you
One.
post the hashtag Bazaar with 2 A's, not one? And
Oh,
not
yeah, you get-
not 2 Z's.
Next one's gonna be Bazaar's Bizarre Adventure. And we'll let people figure out how that one's spelled on their own.
There should be an achievement for shooting this target.
Is our
No, there,
gameplay?
there shouldn't be
There should
an
be.
achievement for doing so. The achievement is hit the target, and we don't say where it is. You just have to figure it out.
I don't see a problem with that.
That's actually that's fair.
We'll just hide like 1 million of them all over
Well-
all the maps, and you have to hit all of them.
Well, that's one of the things that I'm going through and doing. So for our PlayStation port submission work stuff, we have to have certain things lined up for achievements. Like we can only have so many, and they have to there's all kinds of specifics with achievements. With Xbox, it's hey, assign points to whatever you want, and that's how achievements work. But on PlayStation, there's a little bit more defined that we kind of have to play within. So I'm going through and getting some of that set up with what we've got currently, as well as taking future stuff into account. Fun stuff. And if you haven't yet, we put a post out and we sent an update on Kickstarter as well regarding our PlayStation development. So if you haven't had the chance to see those yet, you should definitely check them out. If you're not following us on Twitter or on Facebook, that's where we post also on the Discord, but we post all that stuff there as well. So we've got news and giveaways usually going on in those spaces. So make sure to check those out if you haven't seen that info yet. It basically just talks about some of the things that we've been doing, some of the specifically with one of our engineers, Lawson, who's been working on it and doing a really great job. But it's definitely got some interesting bugaboos as we've gone through. There's the noir mode where it was all in black and white. We had weapons that didn't stay in your hands and followed you around like they were haunting you.
That
whenever
one
you
was
moved.
great.
Yeah, that was a checkbox. But yeah, so definitely check those out. Crystal customizations, maybe it's not super pressing. Like with our team size, we're focusing on getting like features in that add to the gameplay and whatnot. So those kinds of rewards and whatnot are kind of like nice to haves and polishes. So Not to say we won't do something like that, but it'll probably come a little bit later. Just not currently a priority, but definitely be something fun to throw in there because our crystals are beautiful. But we could
Sure.
throw in other stuff as well, like pumpkin crystals and Christmas, like holiday stuff and all kinds of other things. So
Well, the way I read their comment was a hero that could like do something with the crystal, like maybe some sort of tower integration or something.
there's two.
Oh,
So
okay.
is there going to be a way where we can change the crystal appearance like how it is with DD1 from?
Oh, okay. I missed
Yeah,
that. Okay,
let's
so
see.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, interacting with the crystal stuff, questionable. The crystal health like scales and stuff as well, so questionable. But when it comes to changing them and whatnot, it's definitely something we know players like want to like get some rewards and stuff. So it's definitely on our radar.
There is no news about the trade system yet.
No, we're not doing dropped items in tavern. We had that previously, and there's just too much issues, like too many issues trying to keep those items
Persistent
safe
and,
and not doing any kind of like duping and stuff like that. So it's just not worthwhile. And as we continue to add stuff, we really want to offer some opportunities to have a trade economy, allow players to meet with one another very easily, to trade items and stuff. So we definitely don't want to do items dropping on the ground with that sort of thing. That's actually how in Diablo 2, like there was a lot of things you could do with dropping items to dupe them
Yep.
that broke the game like crazy.
They want a barricade.
Barricade.
I think we have to give it to them now.
Oh, wait, that reminds me. What is the, so we need to put up first is the question, so we got the secondary attack is the booger throw. And Andrew, make sure you're writing, we should write these
Okay.
down because then
Alright.
we can make a social post about these and
Yeah.
we can all MS paint this hero.
Oh, I know you
Um,
will. That sounds great.
This will work out. So we got booger throw is the secondary attack. What is the first ability? And so mind you, with like most heroes that
Booger throw
have,
one. Missed it.
yeah, it,
Uh-uh.
it got like double the votes. You
I
influenced it. That's what happens.
Rigged. Well, it,
Oh, Twitch chat.
the thing that influenced it was saying that Phil has to watch anime if the
Oh,
tongue attack
true.
won. So that immediately just made everyone come to my side and
I don't
defend
think
me.
that's true. This sounds like lies. So that was so the first ability is usually like a buff or a steroid or something that enhances the character. So with the Squire, you got Blood Boil. With the Huntress, you got Elvish Agility. You've got Hero Boost. So what would be the Goblin Hero's first ability that would basically be like a buff? To the generic counterpart in DD1. We're not charging for our heroes. It's currently not our plan. We're only gonna sell cosmetics and whatnot with each of our episodes, and like whenever we add anything that can be purchased, it'll be cosmetic only. It won't be tied to gameplay. We want to make sure that people that come in to play Dungeon Defenders Awakened, especially with their friends, like aren't inhibited to do so. So it's like, oh, hey, I got DDA. Well, I'm in Act like 4 or 5, and that requires you to purchase the DLC. Like we don't want to block things off that way. So we'll just do cosmetic stuff, and like gender swaps and whatnot. That stuff we probably won't do stuff like that. We'll because we want to focus on making new heroes and doing entire meshes and animations and all that whole.
A gender
the whole
swap
9 yards
would
there.
pretty much just be the same amount of work as making a new hero.
Yeah, from a content standpoint, not
Yeah.
engineering standpoint. It's a little bit different, but
Sure.
yeah,
If you just like take the same abilities, yeah.
yeah. So
But that's
So
even more lame.
we want to give you guys way more stuff. Okay, so remember, it's a buff ability. So let's see here. We got Goblin Dance, which will give him Goblin Strength for 10 seconds. I don't even know what
Strength.
Goblin Strength is, but I love that it's just qualified as its own type of strength. So
It's like some D&D stuff there.
Yeah, it's like what
You have
you
goblin
should
level strength.
you should know what that is. It's Goblin Strength. Come on.
Goblins. Duh.
Everyone's just gonna play along like they know what Goblin Strength is. He
I think
goes Rifted. Oh, go ahead.
I think all of his abilities should just be one of them should just be left punch, and the other should just be right punch, and the
No.
other should be a headbutt, and that's his abilities. Got him.
What the buff is the headbutt.
Yeah.
He's immune to pain because he just basically killed all his brain cells. Okay, so we got Goblin Dance, which gives him strength. We've got he turns into an ogre. That's for the ogre hero. Crazy Rant, kind of like that. And the filters on Twitch are very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so Goblin Dance, Goblin Rage, or Crazy Rant, sorry. If he goes Rifted, well, then what does a Rifted Goblin hero do? See, then we run into
Rifted Goblin here. Well, that's a
extra
concept we haven't explored.
It's squared.
Yeah, when are we getting Rifted heroes, huh?
Fart where you AoE stun and like that's not a buff, that's an ability. We need a buff ability, not an active ability. He farts in his bout. He has 25. Okay, so here's what we've got. So we've got Goblin Dance, Rant, and Fart.
The fart cloud, I feel like should be like a confusion or a stun or something if you're gonna go with like an AoE fart buff.
Yeah, it needs to be like tied to poison. All right, so we should do the buff ability. I think between the two is a Goblin Rant and a Goblin Dance.
To answer your question, C146 Cobra, the multiplayer service we use known as PlayFab for connecting people together is changing some of their systems by March 1st. So we have to adapt to that. Xbox is not changing. That's not doesn't have anything to do
It's
with
for everything for
Yeah.
us. So it's not just Microsoft. With that, completely distracting. We need to get a vote up for either Goblin Dance or Goblin Rant.
Goblin Rant.
Yeah, we do Goblin Scream because I feel like no one's gonna understand what he's ranting about. He's just gonna be screaming.
Goblin Warcry.
Naming it Warcry, and then he just goes like, ah! like
Goblin Screech.
yeah. Goblin Dust and Diamond. All right, we did it.
All right. That poll is up.
All right. We got Goblin Dance and Goblin Scream. Get to vote. I voted for one of them.
Rant.
And understand that everything that's being outlined here, Andrew's tracking, and I'm going to have to concept it.
Oh no.
The Goblin Mech did not last long.
All right. It is 3:45. Do we want to?
We can do one more map probably
Okay,
pretty
yeah,
quick.
'cause it's Nightmare. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Do it.
I'm liking where this voting is going so far.
That's kind of where I was too. I think that's the better of the two. But
This is going to be hard to draw, but I'm fine with it. All right, speed mode. Build phase.
oh, and just so you guys know that I am our monthly Scribble.io champion.
What?
Yep.
Oh, it's because I wasn't in there. I was like, when did this happen?
Yep.
Not that I would win. I just didn't recall it.
Nope. 2 out of 3 games. Definitive victories, and by definitive I mean very. But and it wasn't because my drawing was good. It's just because I happened to guess the other things well.
Wait, who's that? Dude, look at Kishida's. Like, he's got blood boil going, or she, they, and they've
So
got
fast.
enough mana regen. This is the way it's meant to be played.
And the defenders in its purest form.
Just nonstop sprinting around
How's
screaming.
the turkey head going? Any updates on
It's
that?
coming along. We're putting some touches on it to get it ready. It's almost there, but we'll get it out in time for the fall festival. That's an Evansville reference. The fall festival is what it'll be called in Etheria, because there's no Thanksgiving in Etheria. It's just they're just like it's a harvest festival, the fall harvest festival.
I didn't go to the fall festival this year.
Me neither.
Wait, you're in a different state. I still live here. You were lucky to get out. Okay, that's fine.
What about the gender swaps, but give them different heroes or different abilities? That's a new hero. That's all that is. It's just a new hero with extra steps.
It's just a new hero that's named similarly to another hero that already exists.
We're just gonna make new heroes. Like that's all there is. We don't need to make like a monk and then like a female monk or a huntress and then like a male huntress. Like we'll just make more heroes that have more to them.
Yeah,
like
I think it's
more
better
diverse
to just
roster.
Explore more concepts than it is to try and limit us to just like, oh, what would the the male version of a huntress do? Probably more traps, or maybe like it would just be very similar concepts, even if it is like different towers and abilities.
Yeah.
So gives us more creativity.
But it's like, well,
yeah,
I mean, like, well, that's the thing. Like with the Countess, for example, it's like, do you miss the Countess or certain abilities of the Countess or the aesthetic? Because those things can be captured and put into a new hero. But we don't need to do like just the Countess one for one.
People love the nostalgia though, so I think they just want to see the word Countess.
I mean, well, I'm gonna rename this. I'm gonna take the Squire's helmet off, and the whole time he was the Countess.
That's right.
The big reveal.
Dude, it's like just a Scooby-Doo reveal.
Yeah.
It was the Squire the whole time.
But the Ranger with different traps is just a different hero. That's still a different hero. We've got, I mean, we've got some good heroes lined up. They just take time to make. So don't you worry. We want to make sure like Dungeon Defenders 1 still exists. Like, so we don't want to just like have people spend more money just to get kind of that same experience again. Like we're bringing in some of the things from the entire Dungeon Defenders universe for players to experience. So
for the anti-gotcha game.
Yeah. So we've got some stuff coming in, and so that's part of. After this map, we'll be hopping into the first map of that.
The new hotness.
Yeah. Technically, yes. It's very hot, arid as well.
Should make an aerial hero that can't stop moving like Star Fox. That's very specific.
It is.
And then he gets out and shoots people with a laser.
And then
in one of the
maps, for some reason, he's fighting dinosaurs with a pole arm, and it's on GameCube, and it doesn't make sense.
Oh yeah.
Star Fox Adventures.
Yep. Never played it, but I remember it.
I bought it and was disappointed.
Took the Star Fox out of his natural environment.
Demolishing these
Just
ogres with
added.
shield throw. Oh wait, did the vote end? Oh, I didn't see. I know what it ended on, but
I can tell you what
it was Goblin Dance for sure.
View results. It was 25-4 for Goblin Dance.
All right, so Goblin. So we'll mark that down as the buff, and then the last one we'll get for this stream is throw out some Goblin hero abilities. So like active abilities that deal damage that aren't buffs that you would have on a, I don't know, like a 5 to 10 second cooldown.
Yeah, like a circular slice or a,
Dynamite throw.
Yeah.
An active ability. Dark Souls hero.
What's his active ability? Dark Souls hero.
The Dark Souls hero would be a hardcore hero, so like if you die, you lose the hero. So you have
we
to
got
like
archers
remake
over
it.
here.
But it'd be a very powerful hero if you can keep it alive.
We might have to go. No, we'll have to do the ability for the next one, the active ability. So this will be a running list. So we've got primary attack, which is a default, a secondary attack, and a buff ability, all listed out. So we've got booger toss or throw, and then we've got goblin dance. So we'll get the others figured out in the next stream.
All right, this will be a continued segment. All right, let me.
But with that, we can now start showing off some new content. So the cadence at which we show these things is going to be spread out over time. With episode 1, we did a lot of things that were back to back. Like 1 week we show this, the next week we show that. We're going to be spreading things out a little bit more this time so that we can show them earlier, so that you guys aren't left in the dark. We've got a lot of stuff that we're working on currently. So we want to make sure that we're showing some of our development as it's coming along and as we're ready to show it. So the next episode, and this is going to kind of lean into that theme, which episode 1 kind of left off of, where after you defeat the Lycan King, you get out of the woods, and there's a giant desert you've got to traverse. So as the heroes get through the giant desert, they get through some caverns and some ravines that have long been dried out, and they happen across our first map, which is the Bazaar. And now now Phil can show that.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Okay. You might have to pop it. So this is we're showing this from within our editor, within our workspace.
There's a dev build.
There's not a build with this currently on it.
All right. I think I can unhide this one. All right, and I'm gonna hide the fin cam and.
Oh, that's fine.
You can hide me. It's fine.
Let's see, where is your?
And with each of these maps within the episodes, they kind of slightly reset a little bit in difficulty. So the first map won't be the biggest map, but it will be of a pretty like decent enough size. So something you would kind of see like mid tier throughout the campaign. So this is a remake of a Dungeon Defenders map from the Dungeon Defenders franchise. And I'm curious if anyone can identify what map it is. And the fact I haven't seen it yet, I'm kind of excited about it.
I think I've seen one person mention it before.
And right there it is. So yeah, so this is we all know it's and apparently not. Don't speak for everybody, because
a lot of people thought it was Dragonfall.
No, it is not. It is a Crossroads remake from DD2. So it's slightly bigger as well. I mean, it was easy for you, but not for others. So it's one of the maps that we really enjoyed, like the design of, and it opens up a lot for us to use like flying lanes quite a bit easier as well, and kind of fits within the theme of like the Tornado Valley and the Tornado Highlands maps. And so we blew it out a little bit more, gave it some more size, a little bit more play space as well, and I'm really happy with kind of where we ended up with it. It looks awesome. The lighting for it's fantastic. With each of these maps, we're also creating kind of like these hero pieces for each of them. So these big things that stand out for the map. So like the mill, it's like, oh, it's the map that has the giant windmill, or the keep has this giant castle to it. The outpost actually has a giant bell tower to it. So with this map, we've got 2 hero pieces, unintentionally 1, but the first one is we'll go with the unintentional one because Phil was closest to it, and there's a slight delay for me. Is Hamill the Hamill?
Go back, give him.
He doesn't do anything. He's just hanging out.
He just hangs out.
He's watching it all go down. He's got his straw to chew on, and that's all he's going to do. Hamill is not he's more like the new cheerleader. He's kind of rooting you on, but he's not going to step in and interfere. we might look at some interactivity with Hamill, but currently there's none planned.
Just so you know, on all of our social media, I will be changing the profile picture to everything for Hamill. We will just be
Hamill defenders.
Yes.
Needs a
trademark.
pet camel button. Oh my gosh, actually maybe.
Yeah, I think we need to give a pet ability.
We might. Well, no. He means you pet the Hamill. You go.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning. A pet.
Why not both?
So we might. We'll look into that where you like maybe the hero doesn't do the pet animation, but it happens to him and he does something
like shimmies or something.
Shimmies and screams. It has a cooldown because otherwise people would just spam it while others were playing, and
if you spam it too much, he like kicks you.
Yeah. And then the other hero piece of this one, we went a little bit more abstract on this one, is the lighting to these tapestry that's kind of hanging over towards the latter part of the map. We wanted something that stuck out from kind of the desert colors as well. Kind of just played with our lighting a little bit, so it's a little bit more of a unique kind of take, and it just looks really cool. It just gives a part of the map a very unique identity as well. So this is the first map that you're going to be running into. Hamill on a treadmill. We've talked about it, so you might see it. Who knows? And this is just like this is the first taste. Like the rest of the maps for this episode are they're fantastic. But so were episode 1 maps. Like, they were so good. The standard here is the bar is set really high, but we've got incredibly talented artists that just do an amazing job with all of these things. And Phil can actually build up this map a little bit. We have some default gameplay set up on it. I want to see if you got
that's a great cook bug right there.
the A pose.
Let's see, what do I
Perfect.
I don't know if I have very much. I probably don't even need defense. Let's see.
So yeah, there's. I'm actually curious if you got the one. I want to see if you got the get behind the door. Go down that lane that you just built a tower in.
All right. The second magic missile I did. Oh no.
Yeah. I think it's down.
Definitely no dev shenanigans going on.
No shot. So go up and try to run. Oh, I don't think it's this one, but it might be. Try to run to the left. No, it's not this one. Okay.
Not this one. I patched all of these.
It's one of the doors. So yeah. No, there's no update date for, or sorry, there's no date for this update, but also PlayStation's being actively worked on. We just got a post out about that. Please head over to either our Twitter has the link. I think our Facebook does, as well as something out on Kickstarter, and then our forums as well. And then Andrew, if you could grab a link for it, we could also throw it
already on that. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, he's crushing it. But yeah, we've done a check-in for kind of where our development's at, but we'll keep you guys posted once we enter it into the certification process. Like, we'll keep you updated every step of the way. So this is kind of an initial check-in with where that stuff's at. But we want to make sure it's as good of an experience as possible. So when it's ready and it's actively being worked on, tons of time poured into it.
There's some extra information in there on the port. Just we talked with one of our engineers, and kind of he gave some background on what was going on.
Yeah. Oh, I like the apprentice portion of the UI.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in this.
I think it might be down. It's the lane opposite of the hero piece is where I think you can walk through the wall. Finn is the engineer.
It's which lane?
So it's opposite of the hero piece lane.
This one?
Yeah, I think you're going down the right way now. Unless it's the same one you walked down earlier, but I don't think.
No, this is a different one. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
so walk around that building. There we go. Yeah.
All right. Where
does sneaking around?
Where does
and
this
you can
lead?
walk around that whole building and then get back through on the other side. Go left.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. Oh, there's a
Nice.
couple places you can do it, but once you walk through, you're back in.
It's fun.
This is development.
Oh no, where am I
This
going?
is where the Goblin Hero comes from. Phil, we do not have a death box set up yet, so you just fall into the abyss. This is where the Goblin Hero comes from. The Goblin Hero comes from Goblinsville. So
There's
we're
something
gonna
down
get
there, and
that
I don't know what was down there.
in
the
the
void.
country of I don't know what would the name of the country be
So,
for where all the enemies are coming from.
Mm,
where was
Can't
it?
I got nothing off the top of my
no,
head. It's from a place. But
from the
no,
void.
we do have one of the things that
If the
we're
towers
also
up
doing
here.
with our updates that we did with episode 1, just because someone kind of mentioned it earlier, this is a little bit of a bean. But the at least one of the heroes, if not both of them, are going to be thematic to the update as well. So we don't want to be like, hey guys, here is a flame gun guy, and he is in the darkness themed like update, like or episode. Like it's never going to be anything like that. Like they kind of tie in a little bit with the theme.
This is
The
gonna be
areas
So
that you're exploring. And that
It's gonna be
yeah,
the meta right here.
the meta,
Yeah.
the rafter meta is what it is.
That's right.
Well, the only
Yeah.
thing is, like, even if you did this, I don't know if you could efficiently use reflect beams to block snot balls being so thin.
Oh,
So you
maybe.
might run into trouble with that.
Well, unless we just remove collision.
Sure.
Why not?
Break the
Flame is
meta.
a source of light, very useful in the darkness, except in one piece where Blackbeard sucks in Fire Fist Ace Fire into the darkness and wins. So there is that. Anime always has an answer.
Right.
The Mystic could be coming out of here. No, we
No.
probably won't be doing like we'll be doing some like we'll be doing some like I don't even know if that's the right way to put it. Like we've talked about kind of redoing some heroes, but it wouldn't be I think that on the nose.
More like inspiration on like
Yeah,
from previous heroes, maybe taking an ability and tweaking it, and some of the mechanics, maybe.
yeah. Like the Warden's a good example, but I guess the Dryad and Warden are both very forest themed. But that's actually just kind of a happy coincidence. So we ended up going with a Dryad remake just because people were shouting from the rooftops that they wanted it, and it just made sense. The Warden or the Dryad in DD2 is a very DD1 esque hero.
My
With
tower.
having 5 towers.
The Flyers
much
did not like
DU.
my towers being up there.
DU looks about right. 999. It's balanced. Go and ship that one. So yeah,
Infinite DU.
we've got more coming. Probably going to follow a very similar cadence to what we did when it comes to like what we show off and go
I
over
never
first.
lose.
But we've got a lot planned for this stuff, and it's not only going to be just maps and heroes and enemies and bosses and what have you for each episode, but also new features that add to like a lot of stuff when it comes to the gear that you're getting, the things you're hunting down, and whatnot. So there's a lot coming.
Just wrecking my tire setup.
It's like you will not build towers.
Do you not? Oh, you don't have any gear, do you?
I don't know what I have on this build.
I don't think you do. Do you have any stats?
Well,
You have some
it
health.
seems like in this build, the towers just don't want to attack the wyverns, so it's
That's fair.
Wyvern buffs.
yeah, wyvern
confirmed.
buffs incoming. One
yeah,
wyvern out build breaks Phil.
So we'll make sure. So we're gonna take this the VOD for this stream and also throw it on YouTube as well for people to reference if they want.
Yep.
But yeah, this is the Bazaar map 1 of episode 2. We've got a lot more coming, a lot more that's been made, a lot more that's getting made and set up, and yeah, whole lot of stuff. So episode 2 is going to take a lot of the stuff that we set up for episode 1 and just build upon it and even add like more. So if you like some of like a lot of the stuff that we added within that, just the expectation is that and more. And otherwise, that's about it. We've got we put out a PlayStation post. If you haven't checked that out, for anyone tuning in a little later, so
Yeah,
we got
dude.
those over on our social channels.
last two
We showed off what?
Still got giveaways to do, by the way.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do this, and then we'll do giveaway, and then our sign off.
Yeah.
If you haven't though, follow us on Twitter or Facebook for reliable updates. We got everything that we posted went out on there. It's also on our Discord and our announcement section. So, and I think even posted in the DDA Tavern section. So all news for DD2 and DDA is on there and available. Pretty referable spaces. So go ahead and follow, check out all that stuff, get all the latest news. And with that, let's do another drawing.
All right, rolling next one. How do you say that?
Starflix.
Well, there's no R.
Stafleaks.
Oh yeah. I was trying to put it on.
Stafleaks. Oh,
Congrats.
Congratulations.
regrets.
I will send you a message.
There are no more Arcanist pieces ever again, and we're deleting all the Arcanist pieces. Take that to the bank, and they won't cash that check.
All right, and rolling the second winner. Toxels.
Toxels. I couldn't see if there was an I or an L.
What? That's totally a joke. We do have some stuff, but we have more things planned. So
Crashing the economy.
sell it, pack it up, sell it now.
All right, I will send you a message.
No, there is more Arcanist gear coming.
All right, and with that is streaming.
Oh yeah, sorry. Someone brought up something. We're gonna be getting a anarchist gear now. I love it.
And
We're gonna
nice.
be getting a patch out that has the PTR wings in it with a couple other things as well. So it's all tracked on our back end, so you'll get the wings once we get the patch out.
yeah, so
So
if you
no
haven't gotten
worries
them
there.
yet, don't worry. It's all coming in due time.
Yep.
And with that, we're gonna go raid good old JB. He hasn't been streaming in a bit because he was sick a while back.
Yep.
But now he's back, and Finn
He's
is
back at it.
He's
excited to watch. That's actually wife to barking. She's mimicking it.
wife to whoa.
Yeah.
That's a very good impression.
All right, raid. Juice bag. Start the raid.
Phil,
Bye,
run up to the camel before we swap over. They need to see the face.
And with that, we'll be back again next week, 3 p.m. Eastern, for potentially more reveals. We'll see.
No, there's not.
Maybe not. There you go. Confirmed.
There's not.
No reveals. Confirmed. I didn't know.
Oh my god.
All right. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Good job, Phil.